This is the branch mine in my single player world. A minecart is going under the floor, picking up blocks from the chests, and also provide both light and life to the mine. I have had some requests of making a tutorial on how to build a branch mine like this, but I thought maybe we can just do sort of a tour instead. I'm in a copy of my survival world, so we can just turn on cheats here and have a look. If you go into spectator mode, we can see the minecart moving here. And I'll tell you more about this system. But first, let's take a look at the general construction. So, of course, you can make a branch mine how simplistic you want. This main tunnel, for instance, could be just 1 block wide, and the tunnels that are branching off could just have 2 blocks in between. For me, being able to make a nice design was more important. So I have a 3x3 main tunnel. We have some flower pots, support beams in the ceiling. And when things are odd numbers, 3x3 for instance, it's much easier to decorate. I built this branch mine almost 3 years ago, so maybe today I would have chosen other blocks to decorate with, but I still think this looks pretty nice. The height is Y11, and that is something I still recommend, even though I know there are theories that you can get more diamonds lower down in the world. If you look at these obsidian patches, these are all lava pools. And because the lava is so common at Y level 10, I still think level 11 is the best level to start a branch mine. So let's take a look under the hood here. The minecart that is going under here is a hopper minecart. You combine a hopper with a minecart and you get a new function from it. So every time it passes one of the chests here, it picks up blocks. And every time it passes one of these detector rails, that sends a redstone signal up to the lamp, you see? That's because even though it looks like the rail is so far away from this block, it still occupies the whole block. And if we crash into the minecart and go a little bit this way, here we have hoppers. So when the minecart passes over the hoppers, it will also drop off blocks. That goes into a sorting system, so that way we don't have to put the blocks in manually. The system sorts them for us. To get up, I built a slime launcher. I also did this a long time ago. I might do this differently now. And here is a pet silverfish called Silveris. Let's switch to survival mode and see if we can mine a bit somewhere. These tunnels are long, so... oh, maybe over there actually. So I do this, or I did this in the beginning of the world at least, the old-fashioned way. You mine 5 blocks, that's... oh, look at that! Oh, this is funny. If you have seen my The Easiest Way to Find Diamonds video, the same thing happens. I just start mining and I find diamonds immediately. And people don't believe me that that was for real. Okay, let's switch to the fortune pick. Mine some diamonds here. I usually fill in the blocks to make it look nicer. And then continue. So if we run back now, I can show you how the system works. With every tunnel there is a chest. And here we can drop in what we just mined. And let's see how many items the minecart picks up. It took 3 items, it looked like. And I guess it already put them in the hoppers, so they are already sorted. So this is not fast. It takes some time for the minecart to pick up all the blocks and put them into the system. But that's not the main function. I wanted this to look cozy and have some life and movement all the time. It can be a lonely experience in a mine, so something like this feels really nice, I think. So let's see if it will sort the diamonds, for instance. 11, 13. In here I also have a bed, a watch to see what time it is, and a furnace setup. These are really old builds, but I don't want to change it. It's very nostalgic to me. One thing you need to consider if you should build a system like this is that if the minecart gets very full, it gets heavier and heavier, and if you're unlucky, it will just stop. So you need to have enough power rails So I think this base is just enough. Power rail here, 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 so it will never stop. I think under the pumpkin must be a torch. Oh, I powered the pumpkin with a lever, apparently. An enderman must have been down here. I have not placed that grass block. And at each side, you have to make sure that the minecart is bouncing back, right? So you need to have a power rail and a block that pushes it back. So if I wanted to stop, I can just switch this lever. We turned off the power rail, the minecart will stop, and we can start it again. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Check out the playlist here to the left for my survival series, or take a look at the video here to the right. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.